All right. Who is she? She's the country manager of Isaac. Currently, she's gonna talk to us about the developing youth leaders through practical experiences in challenging times. All right. Thank you, Yee Jie.
All right, thank you, Hailey. So thank you everyone for joining today. So my name is Yee Jie. You can call me Yee Jie, okay, by the way. So I'm the current country director of Isaac in Malaysia. So first of all, thank you, Hailey, for inviting Isaac in Malaysia to become the speakers for today. So as part of young people, so I'm just currently 25 years old. I'm going to share with you guys more about what is Isaac and how does Isaac develop young people today to become a leaders through practical experiences in challenging environment. All right, so just a little bit introduction about Isaac. So what is Isaac? So yeah, Isaac is actually a global, independent, non-partisan, non-for-profit youth-run organization. Hello? Yeah, youth-run organization. So our organization consists of all the young people from 18 years old to 30 years old. And the young people are the one that are actually leading the organization today. And this is our vision. So, all right. So, for your information, Isaac is actually a global organization. And we exist in 106 countries in the world today. And Malaysia is part of it. And our vision, we strive to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential, where we believe that in a world where no conflicts arises, regardless cultural, religious differences in humanity, as well as inner peace. And for us, our aspiration is to bring all the young people to work towards their understanding of peace and take care and take collaborative actions to foster a better world. And with that, through fulfillment of humankind's potential, we envision a world where people take ownership of themselves and will become a better version of themselves and empower others along the way, and eventually achieve the world that they ambitions as well. Alright, so for your information, we engage and develop youth to create a better future for themselves, their communities, and therefore the world. So these are the leadership qualities that we are actually looking in all the young people today. And eventually, all these qualities are going to be in them eventually to lead the world. So in the way that we develop our leaders is to instill the leadership qualities in them, which is we have our own leadership development model. We believe that when young people uphold these 6 values, activity in leadership, living diversity, enjoying participation, striving for excellence, acting sustainably, demonstrating integrity, and eventually they will become the value-driven leaders who positively impact the world around them. And how? How are we going to develop all these qualities in the youth and the young people today? It's actually through practical experiences in challenging environments. So it relates back to the title that I mentioned, because we believe that outside from academic, only the way that we actually learn something is actually through the daily activities, daily practices, how we make decisions for ourselves, how we make decisions, even to just join in a project or join in a platform. We believe that the way that we develop young people today, the most easiest way for us to learn is through practical experiences in challenging environment. And at the same time, we believe that when collaborations happen, when we start to understand the cultures, regardless you are from which nationalities, even as simple as different religious practices, when we have cross-cultural understanding by collaborating with different kind of stakeholders, be it partners, for example, NGOs, private companies, things like that, and that's how we actually amplify the impact that we wish to see in the world. So when we talk about practical experiences in challenging environment, right? So how do we do that? So basically, we have our own flagship programs. So we have our own leadership development opportunities where people can practice daily. So we do have global volunteers. So what does it mean? We don't only do volunteer in Malaysia, so we send Malaysian youth out for exchange. We do receive international youth into Malaysia as well to run volunteering projects that focus on developing the youth to understand more about how can they contribute to achieve sustainable development goals. So for your information, sustainable development goals is basically when we're able to achieve all these goals, for example, quality education, zero hunger, the 17 goals, right? The world will become better and we can actually achieve peace as well. And that's how we actually contribute as the young people through this kind of platform. And at the same time, we don't only have volunteering opportunities, we do have global talent, which is internship opportunities in different countries. So the way that we do internship is different. We send people out for exchange for internship. So imagine when a Malaysian youth or a youth, right, they got to go outside from the world and they got to learn something and they see things differently, and when they come back, they got all the learnings and also all the realizations that they have back to Malaysia, and that's how they actually contribute back to the nation through different kind of way. As simple as when they got to join into a Malaysian company, the perspective, the culture, differences, and that's how they actually develop back to the community as well. And that's how we believe that through all these experiences, for example, six weeks, 3 months kind of experience, and that's how we believe when they actually go through this program and they got to know more about themselves and what they can contribute. Meanwhile, at the same time, we do have a shorter commitment kind of programs, which is Youth Speak Forum. Is an event-based. And these events gather not only young leaders, we gather business leaders, we gather different experts, specialists, researchers, come towards the forum itself to actually share and spread awareness about what is exactly is the young people nowadays, what they have to know, and what exactly is the actions that they need to take to improve the world. And from here, we spark the awareness, and eventually they got to join as well a local volunteer, which is our current very hot topics, very trending initiative in Isaac as well, which is local volunteer, right? So we do run community projects, and we believe that when young people start to take part and take action in the things that they care, and when they start to develop the skills, and eventually after the program, they can continue who they are and what they want to do outside after they join in the activities. All right, and that's how we believe that joining practical experiences, involving in community, involving them into daily community issues, and eventually that's the thing that we want to see in young people, where they start to have awareness about and start to take action towards what they really care. All right, so just sharing a little bit of community projects that we have. So we do have our national projects that run across Malaysia. We do have quality education projects. We focus on climate actions. We focus on responsible consumption and production, because the key of how Isaac wish to develop a community is to think globally but act locally as well. All right, so sharing a little bit of the impacts that we have. So we do have 1 year, around 300 of the youth join as volunteers, and in this project period, they got to execute their ideas into community to solve the issues, and eventually, through this entire period, they got to learn all these interpersonal skills, hard skills, project management skills, and eventually, at the same time, contribute back to the society, contribute back towards the issues that they really care. And that's where our community project here. And at the same time, we don't only do projects by ourselves, which is solely with young people. We know that our energy resources are very limited as young people, right? So the way that we actually amplify our impact is by collaborating with different kind of partners. So at the same time, currently, we do have partners across multinational companies, private companies, social enterprises, and also NGOs. So a lot of partners that are actually supporting us in running all the projects. All right, so when we talk about executing projects, right, we also get all the volunteers, but who are the one that actually create all these projects and organize it behind the scenes is actually our membership. So for your information, most of our memberships is coming from all the local universities that we have. So we do have students in UTM, UPM, Taylor's universities, Sunway, and a lot more. We have around 14 universities. And we do have every year, we do have recruitment as well, starting from February once and also September once. And today, until today, Isaac in Malaysia is actually having 700 membership across whole Malaysia. And in our membership, we do also practice how, for example, when they're actually creating projects, that's where they start to learn about skills, skill set, mindset, and values. And that's where also we develop our members through practical experiences in challenging environment as well. Okay? So just sharing a little bit more about what is exactly Isaac and how are we contributing and how this youth organization plays a role in Malaysia today. All right, so maybe can we have, all right.
A part of saying young people is the future, I think young people is the current. It's the person who's going to take over the world, which is the person who's going to make huge impacts, and the person who is the most energetic. I think young people is the current. It's the person who's going to take over the world, which is the person who's going to make huge impacts, and the person who is the most energetic, at the same time independent, to do whatever they want with the time that they have.
But the thing is, like, to me, I think yes, we are the future of the world, but at the same time, we can take action, take ownership of the present time to do something about it.
A lot of Malaysians don't have any awareness towards the world problems.
I mean, a general knowledge on the countries, the issue, the really problematic stuff that happens to the country.
We know there is a resource for us, but we doesn't grab any opportunities to explore all the things that we want.
I think a lot of youth grew up with the kind of mentality, you know, when you grow up, go to university, get a job and work elsewhere, get out of the country as soon as you can.
There's something missing is actually the courage or the action plan in order to make things happen.
Where they can actually strive for the progression of the country.
To show people that this is what the world that we want to see.
To me, Isaac is about youth, it's about leadership as well. So it's two things that come together at the same time.
For me, it's a very safe environment for me to be there to dream and be there to fail.
It's a place where I can be myself, that I can be as vulnerable as I can.
At the same time, while we are developing leadership, we are also creating an impact to the local community.
And how we define leadership is as simple as a person who is aware about themselves, who takes action to solve problems, to able to empower other people, and cares about world issues.
Every day, I'm talking to people with different purposes, and not only that, but they are actually showing it through concrete actions.
It's my role and your role together to take initiative and to make a change in what we want to believe.
Seeing that me as myself is not only that I'm a citizen of this country, but also I'm a citizen of the world. Basically, Isaac, to me, it's about a personal journey, how we actually see ourselves in our life.
You can feel like everybody have the same purpose and everybody is fighting for the same things.
It's a very precious experience being a leadership with a purpose.
Through like challenging environment, we learn a lot about a practical experience. This amount of young people going out of Malaysia or coming into Malaysia itself, both ways we are saying that what kind of young people are we trying to shape for the future of this country? Because in the end of the day, I want to see a membership that care enough to make a change that they want to see.
And these are the things that actually give us a stand to fight for this nation to make it even better.
For me, Isaac means diversity, and this is why I see Isaac and Malaysia actually connect to each other.
To improve our country as a society, as a nation, and as a people of the world.
I think everyone is still learning, developing themselves, and we are getting better and better.
We can see some initiatives, but in the same time, who owns this country? Who owns this world? Who is going to stay here way much longer? It's the young people.
It's where we come from and it's how we grow up. But it's also a lot on the picture of the mindset and the behavior of this generation.
I think generally I feel that we are very hopeful, like especially in this period of moment, that we definitely can be better.
Whatever I wish for, whatever I dream for, even though it's super big or it's super hard, and if you really work very hard for it and if you really, really want it, we together as a nation, we fight for what we believe in, we fight for this country, and together we achieve what we want to achieve.
To bring in the sense of pride of being a Malaysian back to the country.
All right, so just a very short introductions about what is Isaac and how are we playing our role as a young people today. And just to sum up a little bit and my personal experience, so I have been in Isaac for almost 6 years, and what I believe in my experience is all the leadership potential that I have as a youth and the power that I have as a youth to actually make a change, even though it's a small change, but as long as I care and I want to be better version of myself and through all the journey that I have in this organization, all the projects, all the initiatives that I drive to gather more young people to care about what they want and also what they really want to see and start to take action on it and eventually improve the country and the world that they wish to see. And also that's just a sum up of what is Isaac and also what is exactly the program that we have and how we believe young people can develop themselves through practical experiences in challenging environment. So for your information, if you wish to know more, you can look into our social media. It's actually in the next slide. Yeah, you can look into our social media or website and you can get to know more about Isaac. And I think that's pretty much of me. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Yee Jie. Thank you so much for. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Yee Jie. As you can see, all the details are here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact her. We will have another speaker in another 30 minutes, around 4 o'clock. Her name is Suzanne Ling. What will she be